doing this video about the upcoming full moon. It's going to happen in the early morning of December 25th. That's when sun and moon will come exactly together. And in the West, that's the Christmas day. So early in the morning we'll have that sun and moon come together. And it's in Ardra Nakshatra. It's actually the kind of explosive nakshatra. So it could be kind of a, turbulent feeling time, even if it's not turbulence with your family or anything like that. It could be a lot of tension going on Christmas Day. You want to be aware of that. Of course, it doesn't have to be, but there's certainly that potential with the moon in Ardra. Now, it's in the sign of Gemini, so it's the full moon in Gemini, and this full moon in Gemini is related to ideas and how ideas and our intelligence help us to really understand the things we believe in and our beliefs. So, the sun is in Sagittarius, opposite the moon in Gemini, and so the sun in Sagittarius gives us a feeling of hope, or wanting to be inspired, or looking at the things that inspire us and that give us hope. And opposite that is the moon in Gemini, which is going to be questioning and making sure that those things that give us hope, that we have belief in and that we believe, are also, they also make sense to us. When we just have blind faith, we tend to not really benefit from that faith when we need, when we need it, because we don't understand how it works. And so we wind up doing the things that we understand and the things that we can do, rather than the things that just we sort of believe in. When push comes to shove, this is why people often act very out of sync with their beliefs, especially when they're pressured, when they're backed against the wall. It's very hard to act in accordance with your beliefs and your higher wisdom when you feel like your survival might be threatened or something like that. So this is a kind of stereotype or sort of archetype of that kind of Gemini area of life, where we gain intelligence through experience, where we actually do it and try it and speak about it, perhaps even maybe even argue about it. Gemini is not necessarily about arguing. Arguing is more to do with Mars and more of the fiery energies. Mercury can make you want to argue, though, because it could just keep sort of asking why and sort of questioning why and why, and never make a decision. So maybe look this year at the discussions, with the friends and family. Notice how people will, maybe testing each other quite a bit, and be aware of that explosive potential. The higher, potential of Ardra Nakshatra is to destroy what's weak, that kind of chaotic energy that is at the bottom of everything, that sort of underpins all of life, has to do with Ardra. It's not, it's related to Lord Shiva, who is really kind of not of this world. And so things that are destructive and blown apart and blown open also have a correlation to Ardra Nakshatra. So, again, in a creative sense, it's also a lot of transformation. So it doesn't mean that you have to destroy the things in your life. A lot of it, a lot of the transformation that comes is, something that was needed to clear. So you can, let things sort of clear out, and you can clear out the the things that are holding you back from the next version of yourself, the highest version of yourself. And you can just sort of ride out the stress and difficulty with others, and not get into having to, be destroyed or to, destroy something with them. So a few other things that are important. Actually, Mars and Venus are both changing signs at this time. Mars is leaving Virgo and going into Libra, and Venus is leaving Libra and going into Scorpio. So they're going to be exchanging signs, and so that's another video. But know that energy is kind of in flux, especially that Mars-Venus energy is kind of changing. There's a lot that feels in flux right now as this full moon is happening. So it could definitely be a day that feels quite unsettling. So try to, stay calm and stay cool underneath all of that.